welcome to SC Global News. From Hungary's historic decision to impose a nationwide ban on pride events to protect kids to the Kansas Archbishop's last attempt to stop the desecration of consecrated hosts during a proposed black mass at the state capital, we have many stories to cover. Believed to be the first of its kind in the history of European Union, Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán and his right-wing Fidesz party have passed a law banning pride events and giving authorities the power to use facial recognition software to identify attendees and potentially impose fines. During the session, opposition MPs set off smoke bombs, filling the parliamentary chamber with thick smoke. In what is believed to be the first of a kind in the European Union's recent history, the Hungarian parliament has passed the law to ban pride events and grant authorities the ability to use facial recognition software to identify attendees and potentially impose fines. The legislation, which marks the latest move by Prime Minister Viktor Orbán and his right-wing Fidesz party to target lgbtqrights, was passed in parliament on Tuesday. The nationwide ban passed with a vote of 136 in favor and 27 against after being introduced to parliament just a day earlier. During the vote, opposition MPs set off smoke bombs, filling the parliamentary chamber with thick clouds of colorful smoke. After lawmakers introduced the bill on Monday, the organizers of Budapest Pride stated that the law was designed to scapegoat the LGBTQ+ minority and silence critics of Orbán's government. The organizers protested that this ban is not about child protection. This is fascism. The new legislation amends Hungary's assembly laws, making it an offense to organize or attend events that violate the country's controversial child protection law, which prohibits the depiction or promotion of homosexuality to minors under the age of 18. Hadja Lahib, the European Union Commissioner of Equality, suggested that the new law contravened the values of 27-nation bloc, posting, quote, "Everyone should be able to be who they are, live and love freely. The right to gather peacefully is a fundamental right to be championed across the European Union. We stand with the LGBTQI community in Hungary and in all member states." Amnesty International, in a statement, shared that, quote, "This law is a full frontal attack on LGBTI community and a blatant violation of Hungary's obligation to prohibit discrimination and guarantee freedom of expression and peaceful assembly." They further added that the ban would turn the clock back 30 years in Hungary by undermining the hard-won rights. Organizers of the Pride event shared that they have planned to go ahead with the march in Budapest. Despite the law stipulation, those who attend a prohibited event could face fines up to 200,000 Hungarian forints. The royal couple will visit Pope Francis in April. King Charles III and Queen Camilla are set to meet the Pope on April 8th to join him in celebrating the 2025 Jubilee. During their trip, Their Majesties will also attend a service at the Sistine Chapel centered around the theme of care for creation. King Charles III of England and Queen Camilla will meet Pope Francis in April. According to an announcement published by Buckingham Palace on March 18, the state visit to the Holy See and the Republic of Italy will extend from April 7 to 10, 2025. The King and Queen will visit the Holy See on Tuesday, April 8 to join Pope Francis in celebrating the 2025 Jubilee. Following an audience with Pope Francis, Their Majesties will attend a service in the Sistine Chapel focused on the theme of care for creation. King Charles, the Supreme Governor of the Church of England, will also visit the Papal Basilica of St. Paul's outside the walls, with which England's king had a particular link until the Reformation. The king is also scheduled to attend a reception with the seminarians from across the Commonwealth and the British Vatican community. Meanwhile, Queen Camilla will meet Catholic sisters from the International Union of Superiors General. Since his hospitalization on February 14th, the Pope has not been seen in public and all his engagements were suspended. Although a date has not been set for the Pope's discharge from Gemelli Hospital, doctors expect the improvements in his health conditions to continue so that he can resume his audiences. Following the desecration and vandalism of St. Patrick's Catholic Church in Wichita, Kansas, President Donald Trump assured that his administration would be looking into the incident. His promise came on March 18th in response to a question From EWTN correspondent Owen Jensen, who asked what the White House could do to protect the places of worship amid the growing anti-Christian bias.
Following the desecration and vandalism of St. Peter's Catholic Church in Wichita, Kansas on March 14th, President Donald Trump has promised that his administration would be looking into it. The president's announcement came on March 18 when an EWTN correspondent asked him about the vandalism during an exchange the president had with journalists at the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. The correspondent had asked Trump what more the White House could do to protect places of worship like St. Patrick's Church in Wichita. Upon learning the extent of damage done to the church, Trump said that it was a terrible thing and stated once again that he was going to look at it. EWTN News Nightly has posted a video of the interaction on X. St. Patrick's Catholic Church in Wichita, Kansas was burgled and vandalized on March 14th, Friday night. After breaking in, the 23-year-old suspect smashed statues, candles and windows and also burned an American flag. He also spray-painted hate speech and scrawled a satanic website on the wall. According to KWCH 12 News, police arrested Michael Angel Gonzalez on March 16th in connection with the vandalism and desecration. Gonzalez has been booked on multiple charges, including criminal desecration, burglary, criminal damage to property, and parole violation.
According to Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton's office, a midwife in Texas has been arrested for performing illegal abortions and operating unlawful clinics in the Houston area. This marks the first time a healthcare provider has been charged with violating the state's abortion bans since the overturning of Roe v. Wade in 2022. Authorities have also arrested 2 other individuals following the investigation. A midwife in Texas has been arrested for allegedly conducting illegal abortions and running a network of unlawful clinics in the Houston area. Maria Margarita Rojas, aged 48, faces charges for providing abortion and practicing medicine without a license, according to Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton's office. She is accused of operating several clinics in Houston where she allegedly carried out illegal abortions in violation of the state's strict abortion laws. Rojas is facing second-degree felony charges, which could result in up to 20 years in prison and a fine not less than $100,000 if convicted. The charges also include allegations that she employed unlicensed individuals and performed illegal abortion procedures. Authorities have filed a temporary restraining order to shut down the clinics. Following an investigation to Rojas' network, 2 other individuals were arrested. Jose Manuel Kenton Lee, a 29-year-old illegal immigrant from Cuba, for the unlawful performance of an abortion and an unlicensed practice of medicine, and Rubildo Labanino Mathos, a 54-year-old nurse practitioner who was arrested on March 8th in connection with the investigation. In Texas, physicians are prohibited from performing abortions once a fetal heartbeat is detected, typically around 6 weeks into pregnancy, before many people realize they are pregnant. Exceptions are made if the life or health of the pregnant person is at risk, but not in the case of rape or incest. In a statement, Attorney General Paxton said he would do everything in his power to protect the unborn, uphold the state's pro-life laws, and ensure that those performing illegal abortions are prosecuted. Pro-life activist groups have praised this investigation and prosecution of the illegal abortion clinics by Paxton. On the eve of St. Patrick's Feast Day, over 1,000 people gathered in the town of Athlone in the heart of Ireland to process with the Eucharistic Lord through the streets. The day was marked by rosaries led by various groups, the Divine Mercy Chapel at 3 p.m., adoration of the Blessed Sacrament and the Holy Mass. It was a powerful display of the vibrant faith in Ireland, which continues to shine brightly near 1,400 years after St. Patrick's mission converted the region.
On March 16th, the vigil of St. Patrick's Feast Day, over 1,000 people took part in a Eucharistic procession through Athlone, a historic town in the heart of Ireland. The event follows 2 recent Eucharistic processions in Derry, which were attended by thousands. The Eucharistic procession began at 3 p.m. from St. Mary's Roman Catholic Church in Athlone, following a men's rosary at 2 p.m. Volunteers of Ireland Needs Fatima brought their statue of Our Lady of Fatima, who accompanied the Eucharistic Lord through the length of the procession. The procession commenced with a sung Divine Mercy Chaplet and St. Patrick's breastplate prayer, making its way through the town before returning to the church. The Children's Rosary, a lay prayer movement for children under the age of 14, also participated, leading the 4 p.m. Rosary at Shannon Footbridge. By 4:45 p.m., the procession had returned to St. Mary's Church, where adoration before the exposed Blessed Sacrament took place. The event concluded with a Holy Mass, which began at 6 p.m. This Eucharistic procession was preceded by 33 hours of perpetual adoration in Clonmacnoise, an ancient monastic settlement with some of the deepest Christian roots in Ireland. Christianity in Ireland owes much to St. Patrick, who returned to the island after escaping 6 years of captivity. He travelled extensively through the country, preaching the gospel and baptizing converts. Despite strong opposition from Druids and pagan leaders, he persevered in his mission and is credited with the conversion of Ireland to Christianity. The Eucharistic procession in Athlone sought to renew faith in Ireland while honouring the enduring missionary legacy of St. Patrick by carrying the Blessed Sacrament through the heart of the town. Speaking to the Irish Catholic, Barry Mallet, a member of the organising team, said, quote, "Just as St. Patrick prophesied 1,400 years ago, a fire will spread across Ireland and beyond. The light that was lit in Derry will now spread to Athlone, and from there it will set the world alight." End quote. The sight of hundreds processing through Athlone in honor of the Eucharistic Lord was a powerful witness to the Catholic faith, demonstrating that it still shines brightly in Ireland today.
As the Kansas-based satanic group, the Grotto Society, moves forward with its plan to conduct a black mass at the state capitol, Archbishop Joseph Norman of Archdiocese of Kansas has filed an emergency lawsuit to compel the group to return the consecrated hosts and wine allegedly in their possession. Meanwhile, the American prelate has also called for prayers of reparation for the sacrilege that may take place on the state grounds in less than 10 days.
Kansas Archbishop Joseph Norman has filed an emergency lawsuit in the District Court of Leavenworth County, Kansas, seeking to compel a satanic group to return consecrated hosts and wine allegedly in their possession. The group intends to use these sacred items in a planned black mass at the Kansas State Capitol on March 28th. The lawsuit names Michael T. Stewart, president of the Kansas-based satanic group the Grotto Society, and Travis L. Roberts, vice president, along with the group as defendants. In the 44-page complaint, Archbishop Norman alleges that the members of the group stole consecrated hosts for use in their ritual and demands their immediate return. Archbishop Norman has called on the faithful to respond to this sacrilege, primarily through prayer for the spiritual conversion of those involved. On Friday, March 14th, the Archdiocese of Kansas issued a special call to prayer in response to the planned event. According to a statement on the Archdiocese's official website, Archbishop Norman will reconsecrate Kansas to Jesus through the Immaculate Heart of Mary on March 25th during a Holy Mass for expectant parents at Holy Spirit Catholic Church in Overland Park. On the day of the proposed Black Mass, a Eucharistic Holy Hour will be offered at Assumption Church directly north of the state capitol, beginning at 11 a.m., the same time the satanic ritual is scheduled to begin. This will be followed by a Holy Mass of reparation. In response to the controversy, Kansas state representatives issued a House resolution denouncing the planned satanic ritual on state capitol grounds. The resolution describes the event as an explicit act of anti-Catholic bigotry and an affront to all Christians. It further condemns the Black Mass as a blasphemy against the shared values of faith, decency, and respect that uphold the community. Kansas Governor Laura Kelly announced last Wednesday that the ritual would be moved outdoors to the grounds surrounding the State House. The American Society for the Defense of Tradition, Family and Property and its America Needs Fatima campaign have organized a rosary rally of reparation set to begin at 10:15 a.m. on the south side of the Kansas State Capitol, where the Black Mass is supposed to take place. TFP has also launched a petition against the Black Mass, which has already garnered 40,000 signatures. Meanwhile, a post on Reddit has surfaced threatening a counter-protest against the Catholic service planned on the South Steps. The post, attributed to the Grotto's president, also claims that the group's leadership intends to enter the Capitol building and perform the ritual even under the threat of arrest.
That's all for today. Until we meet again, God bless and thank you.